Hello everyone, I am Akanksha Kulkarni and I really welcome you all now for our second session, that is unit number 1 underscore session number 2. Okay, so in our previous session we have discussed on the very basics of the things like basics of HCI. What is the term HCI refers for, what is that, H stands for, what is C, what is an I. Then we have also seen the disciplines where you can use the HCI, the areas where you can use HCI means. Then we also have seen the terms for leading towards the productivity of your application, like usable, used and useful. Okay, and we also have discussed on the psychology of everyday things. We have taken the examples of Norman Doors. Okay, this is what is the summary of the previous lecture, that is unit 1 underscore session number 1, and let us begin with our session 2 now. Okay, so basically in our session 2 we are going to discuss on the principles of HCI. Okay, there are some set of principles on which we are going to learn now. Okay, so these are what our session objective for today's session, and these are what our session outcomes. Let us start now. Okay, as I am saying, principles of HCI. Okay, principles means what, but what is the general term principle stands for, to it refers. Principles means some set of rules, yes or not, some set of facts that you have to obey, yes or not. So here we are going to learn a few principles of HCI, some facts regarding HCI, some rules regarding HCI, or it is like a template to the HCI designers or to the HCI developers for developing a good softwares, for developing good systems, means ensuring all these principles in hand. Okay, so if any HCI designers or anybody or the developers, if they are not using the principles of HCI, then I won't say that their application will be bad or their application won't be successful, but the impact of that application will obviously be increased if somebody has followed the principles of HCI. Okay, because these principles, all these rules have been designed by very intelligent scientists, and it accumulates all areas of HCI where you are using, what are the factors that contributes to the success of your applications. All these factors will be discussed over here, leading towards the greater success to your product. Okay, so in general there are total 7 principles of HCI, 7 rules of HCI, out of which the first rule is the know the user rule. Okay, we are just going to see the names of all these principles, and then we will discuss on every principle in detail. So first rule is the know the user. Then the second principle is understand the task. Third one is reduce memory load. Next is strive for consistency. Next is remind users and refresh their memories. Next, prevent errors and reversal of actions. And the last is the naturalness property. Okay, so in this session we are going to learn the first 3 principles. That means we are going to discuss on know the user, understand the task, and then reduce the memory load. Okay, so let us begin with the first principle, that is know the user. Okay, now since the term know the user, okay, what does it mean? What do you understand by know the user? As it says, knowing the user, because the user is very important aspect of your product, yes or not. Every single designer, every single developer has to develop all the products or all the applications by treating user as the important role, as at its core, yes or not. Because why so? Because you are delivering it to your user. Your system, your product that you are designing, that you are developing, will be used by some third user, some device user, some end user, yes or not. So the people who are actually using that particular applications, you have to take their considerations into the account first. Okay, so knowing the user simply states that the interaction and interface should cater to the needs and capabilities of the target user of the system and design. That means whatever the interface will be there in between user and your system, and whatever the ways of the interaction that you are going to provide to your user, that should meet with the capabilities of that particular user. Okay, that means what? If we can take the example of say calculator. Okay, this is what is the scientific calculator in my hand. Okay, if the developer of this scientific calculator, and see I am the user of this calculator now. Okay, so for using this calculator, what kind of abilities should I have? I should know the basic knowledge of numbers, yes or not? Secondly, I should know that for displaying addition I have to press on the addition button, then for displaying subtraction I want to place on the subtraction button, and many of the buttons are provided over there. Correct or not? Yes. So these are the basic things that the user should be capable with. Okay, so this scientific calculator has made by considering its users capabilities. Basically all these features that this scientific calculator has, means for calculating the log, for then for calculating the integrations, derivations, means why I am calling it as the scientific calculator, because all those students who are learning mathematics like M3, M1, M2 from our university syllabus, they requires all these mathematical calculations while learning, yes or not? They should know how to calculate derivations, integrations, and many other complex mathematical derivations. So this calculator will be very useful to them, yes or not? So see, what I had just said, it should be useful to them, means they will be able to perform they will be able to perform all those tasks or actions that they wish for by using this calculator, yes or not? So as a developer of this calculator, I should know my users, that who my users are, from which background are they, from which age groups are they, what are their genders, what is their education level, what are their social status. All of the fields you have to take into the consideration. That means for preparing this calculator, what will be my analysis, that the users majorly the users for this calculator will be from the age 20 to 30, or say 50, for say from age 15 to 25. Gender, there is no any gender discrimination, right? Education level will be all those students who are learning in their graduations, they will be using these calculators. Their social status, their computing experiences, means what, the prerequisites that the user should have, that I should know the basic knowledge of numbers for using this calculator, since means I should be able to perform all those tricky mathematical calculations by using this calculator, yes or not? So these are what is the things that you have to counter before directly start developing your application. Okay, you should know what your users are, how are they, what are their mental abilities, from which background they belongs to, what is the background that they belongs to, what are their education levels, and many other things. Okay, this is the first step in developing your product. Okay, let's take the example. The example of first principle is the universal usability. Okay, let's check out the example directly of universal usability. Here I have given the example, that is Wikipedia and web pages. Okay, why I have taken these examples? Our example of know the user is universal usability. What it means? Your application or your product should be usable across the globe. This is what is the general meaning of the universal usability. Okay, now let's take the first example of Wikipedia. This is a screenshot that Wikipedia has, and this is the another screenshot. Okay, let us talk about the Wikipedia first. Okay, for what purpose you visit Wikipedia? getting the informations about various things. Yes or not? If you want to know the information about, say, Taj Mahal, yes or not, then you will type Taj Mahal on your Google box, and the Wikipedia site will be there, which will provides you the list of the information, list of the information related to the Taj Mahal, right? For example, if you want to know some historic culture of one particular city, say Agra, so that Wikipedia page will be there for one particular city, and you can search for various things on that Wikipedia page, that you will get to know what type of culture that Agra has, or what type of monuments in Agra, what kind of popular places are there in Agra. So all that categories of information will be provided by Wikipedia to you. Okay, but since I have given over here, what are these? There are some languages on which Wikipedia works. See, English is the most common language that we are used to. Then there are again various other languages like Dutch, then French language, then Portuguese language, Italian language, and many means the Spanish language. Yes or not? So there are n numbers of the language in which Wikipedia can transfer its information. You might have seen that whenever you visit the Wikipedia pages, on the left side hand side panel, there are a list of languages provided there, and if you want to transfer one particular page from one particular language to some another language, you can, that translation is always possible. You can translate your Wikipedia page from English to Marathi, from English to Hindi, from English to Malayalam, from English to Kannada, and many other things. Yes or not? So why have I included this example? We are learning the first principle, that is know the user. Okay, here what was the product? Product is the Wikipedia. Who will be the users of Wikipedia? All the users across the globe. Yes or not? But if designers of Wikipedia if they have decided to produce the Wikipedia pages only in English, then what will happen? Their successfulness or their productivity will suddenly decrease. Why so? Because people who will be able to learn English and who will be able to read and write English, they will be only able to read the Wikipedia pages. Others will not. Yes or not? So in that case, even though in India also, the people who have mastery in learning and writing and reading English, they will be only able to access the Wikipedia pages. Others won't. Yes or not? So this is the drawback, the major drawback that Wikipedia might face if they have designed Wikipedia pages only in English. And hence, for this reason, for this universal usability, by knowing the by knowing the categories of users that they can have, the possibilities of users, since the Wikipedia will have the multilingual users with multiple languages, multiple language backgrounds. Correct? So for that case, Wikipedia has given you the panel on the left hand side to translate one particular page from one language to the another language. So this feature is also possible, and this comes under the universal usability. You can translate the page from any source language to any target language depending upon your necessity. Okay, similar feature comes with the Facebook also. Okay, on the Facebook, in the left hand side panel, you can also search for the list of the languages like Marathi, Hindi. Okay, you can always change the fonts, and you can always change the language of your Facebook, mainly the languages of tabs in any suitable language in which you are satisfied. This feature is also there for which comes under the universal usability, again comes under the know the user feature. Okay, these are the list of languages in which Wikipedia can translate its pages. There are various languages like English, then French language, then Dutch language, then again there are multiple languages. You can Google all these things, you will get all these things. Okay, so Wikipedia is very primary example when we are considering the know the user. Okay, moving on to the next principle now. There is one more example actually related to the universal usability feature, universal usability of know the user principle. One more example is the shortcut keys. Okay, we all are aware with the shortcut keys. Like if you want to copy one particular text, then you can use Control C. If you want to paste it, then you can use Control V. And then if you want to select all the text from your particular document, then you can use Control A, Control C, Control V, Control Z for undo, Control S for saving one particular document. Yes or not? So you can use all these control keys. Okay, but again, as the technical users or as the technical users of these systems or laptops, we all know all these hotkeys like Control C, Control V and all that. But there will be some end users also who are using laptops and desktop for their tasks, right? But all of them, this is not mandatory that all should know all these short keys. So what to do? So how to help all those users? Then there is a menu driven commands also, like you can go to file tab, you can press on the save button, you can press, you press copy button manually, you put paste button manually, and you can perform the same tasks. Yes or not? So this is also comes under the know the user category. Why? So here also we have understood the categories of users. There can be two users who will be using Microsoft Word. Either the user can be expert user knowing all the technical things like us, or the other user will be the novice user or the end user who don't know the actual meanings of the hotkeys or the expert keys or the short keys that keyboard provides us. So in that case, there should some another way for all those users also to work with the Microsoft Word. Okay, so these are some examples related to know the user coming under the category of universal usability. So we have seen two examples in universal usability. First is Wikipedia, a very popular example. Second is the shortcut keys. Okay, moving on, let us try to discuss on the second principle of HCI, that is understand the task. The term itself is very meaningful term. Understand the task. The previous principle was know the user. Now we can say that we know our target users. Who will be our target users? From which educational backgrounds are they? What kind of mental abilities that our users has, and many other things. Okay. Now after knowing the categories of users, now we have to perform the second principle. We have to concentrate on the second principle, that is understand the task. Now this is what means to the understanding of the tasks to be accomplished by using that particular system. Okay, means here what we have to understand, we have to understand that whatever the task that user is going to perform by using one particular system, and to perform that task, what kind of mental abilities will be used of that particular user. This is what is the importance. Means again, know the user and understand the task comes hand in hand. Okay, let's take the example directly. See, this is the task. Now task is what? Changing the Wi-Fi connection access point. Okay, this is what is the task. Now how this task will be accomplished by two categories of users, since up till now we know that there are two categories of users. First will be the expert user, another one will be the novice users. Novice means the end users who are not having the technical backgrounds. Okay, now as the task is to change the Wi-Fi connection access point. Okay, now being an expert user, how this task will accomplish, let's look at it. See, if I am an expert user, then being an expert user, I know the technical backgrounds behind my task. Being a technical user, being a technical person, I know all the technical things now. Yes or not? I can set up set up the connection because I know the technical details of my task. Yes or not? So as I am an expert user, I can go into more detailed instructions. Yes or not? This is very popular. Correct? For example, if I want to change the Wi-Fi connection access point, and being an expert user, what will I do first? I will open my browser. Yes or not? After opening the browser, I will set up my wireless LAN connection by going to that particular website. After setting up the LAN connection, I will select the access points from the list of access point that I have, correct? Now while selecting the access point also, I will learn about, means I will try to know the details about the various basic things, like what kind of signal strength that access point is providing me, what kind of bandwidth that access point has, what kind of security level will be there, means WPA security or any other type of security, yes or not. So being a technical person, I will get into all these details first, yes or not, and then only I will enter the password for respective access point, and then I will set up my internet connection, yes or not. This is the case whenever we are considering the expert user scenario. We can take one more example now to discuss this situation. For example, if you are working on your laptop and suddenly your laptop screen has hanged, okay, nothing is, your laptop screen is get freezed, okay. So what a normal people will do, they will just restart the screen, they will just restart your system, and whatever the problem has happened, it will get cleared. This is what is going to happen in the normal case. Obviously in normal case this restarting always works actually, but if you are a technical people or the technical learners, then what kind of, what is the first thing that will strike in your mind, that why this has happened, why my screen has get freeze, why my screen has hanged. You will get the first point in your mind, and you will also you will also concentrate on the thing that whenever you are booting your system, and then you will just try entering into the BIOS mode, you will search for the things like whether your system has given 1 beep, whether your system has given 2 beeps, and whatever, every beep of your system has some another meaning, yes or not. So you will go in more technical details of it, yes or not, because you know the technical background, as you are from technical background, you are from engineering background, scientific background, so you will get into the details of it, yes or not. But otherwise what will you do, you will just restart your screen, you will just restart your phone also, means many times we always do it, yes or not. Restarting is the biggest solution for the screen problems, for hang problems, yes or not. This is the way now. So here we have seen the task of changing the Wi-Fi connection access point, and being an expert user will get into the more details in that particular task. So what will the expert user will do, it will open browser, it will search for the list of access points. Then again, being a technical user, he or she knows, as a network admin, for example, if the user will be a network administrator or the network engineer, then he knows the meanings of these things, that what will be the importance of signal strength, what exactly the bandwidth means, what kind of security levels, yes or not. So depending on these things, and lastly the user will enter the password. This is for the expert user. But for the novice user, means the regular users, what they will do, they don't go in so much details of it. What they will do, they will just invoke the internet browser, and in spite of doing any other things like access point and signal strength and bandwidth, they will just select the Wi-Fi connection what is available from their panel, they will just enter password, and there you go. This is the scenario for the novice user. So again, there are two ways. For novice user, this facility is also available. Otherwise, for the expert user can go in all these details also. So you have to understand the task also. What is the task? Depending on the task, the inputs for that task will be differ, processing will also differ, output will be same. Getting this? This is what is about the understand the task. Now let us discuss on the third principle of HCI, that is the reduce memory load. Again, the term itself implies reduce memory load. As an HCI developer, as a HCI designer, we want our users' memory load as less as possible or as minimum as possible. We don't want our user to remember the things. Okay, we want our user to rely his or her memories to you, means to the developers or to the designers. We don't want our user, we don't want the end users of our appliances, of your system, to remember the things. Okay, means for example, if you are working on WhatsApp, okay, do you need to remember the working of WhatsApp for every single time? Are you going to read user manual for all the times whenever you are working with your WhatsApp? No, obviously not. Why so? Because working with the WhatsApp is very easy. Why I am saying it is very easy? Because the developers of WhatsApp or the designers of WhatsApp has given you very smaller or little things to remember. Yes or not? They don't want you to remember all these things, and for these things also they have prepared their user interface so in so easy manner, or very easily, or in very simple manner, that you don't need to remember the things. Yes or not? You don't know, you don't need to remember that yes, I have to press on my WhatsApp icon, then after pressing WhatsApp icon the screen will appear, then there will be the list of chats will be there, then in every chat there will be something. So you don't need to remember all these things, because it will be appeared on your screen. Okay, in case of, for example, if you have taken the example of Facebook, in case of Facebook also there are very few things that you need to remember. What is that? Very important: username and your password. Yes or not? In spite of username and password, you don't need to remember the processing of Facebook, because it is visible to you. You can visualize the processing of WhatsApp and Facebook through your eyes. Yes or not? So keeping the user's memory load as less as possible, or as minimum as possible, is very, very important in case of HCI. Okay, let's take some examples related to this, reducing the memory load. Okay, this is the icon, a very, very popular icon. This icon deals with the Windows 8 icon. Windows 8 GUI is there. Okay, whenever you boots your system which has the Windows 8 operating system, after entering the password, the screen like this will appear on your desktop. Okay, and multiple icons will be there, like Skype, then camera icon, gaming icon, Microsoft Word icon, files icon. Many of the things will be appeared on your screen, like settings icon, Gmail and Outlook, or Microsoft Store, and many of the things. Yes or not? Why this kind of feature is provided by Windows to you? So as to get the things very easily. You don't need to search for the things, because it is already appeared on your screen. Yes or not? That means if I want to make a video call, I can directly press on Skype button and Skype will launch here. I don't need to wait for to go on desktop and then search for the Skype icon. Yes or not? Yes or not? So Windows is keeping my memory load as minimum as possible. I don't need to remember all these things now. Similarly, you can take some another example also. Here I have given the screenshot of WhatsApp. I think this screenshot is very, very familiar to you. When you get this type of screen, for example, whenever I want to forward one particular message to my friend, and whenever you are forwarding it, you have long press on your message, you have pressed the button for forwarding that message to your friend, and whenever you will press on forward button, then you will be redirected to this screen. Okay, and as you can see, there are two types of chats. First, below the my status, first is frequently contacted, second is the recent chats. Okay, this is very important feature, frequently contacted. Why so? Because you forward messages only to them to which you are connecting frequently on a daily basis. Yes or not? So again, in case of WhatsApp, you don't need to remember these things, that to whom I connect regularly, to whom I send messages daily, to whom I contact on frequent basis. I don't need to remember all these things. Why so? Because WhatsApp has already all these details to you, and WhatsApp is just displaying all those details to you. Here in case, I don't need to remember the people or the names or the contacts to which I send messages regularly, because it is already given me, it has already displayed me by WhatsApp. This is the biggest feature that WhatsApp provides to you, that is the frequently contacted feature. Means what has happened here? WhatsApp has kept your users load as minimum as possible. We don't need to remember to whom we are contacting frequently. Yes or not? Very popular example that we can discuss here. Let us try to discuss one more example, that is the add shortcut. For example, you can create the shortcuts for your chats. Yes or not? So adding the shortcut can pin that one particular WhatsApp chat on your desktop or on your home screen. This is for what? So that means, again, if I have total 5 friends and I communicate with my third friend more oftenly or more frequently, so what will I do? I will just pin that chat, I will just add a shortcut to that chat on my home screen. So instead of opening WhatsApp all the time, I can just open the friends chat by using add shortcut. So again, this is what? This is again related to reducing the memory load. We don't need to remember to whom I contacts on a daily basis. I can obviously create a shortcut and I will ping it on my home screen or on my desktop, on my toolbar, and I can connect with my friend from that way. This is also possible, right? One more example is, here I have given the mobile screen. Okay, here you can see the list of the contacts. Okay, these are the list of the contacts that you have. Yes or not? Right now, since we can store a list of the contacts, mobile numbers in our phone, we don't need to remember the mobile numbers now. Yes or not? Somebody can remember as per their own understandings. Yes or not? But you don't, means this is not compulsion, है ना? You don't need to remember the mobile numbers in your phone. Yes or not? But it will be displayed back to you very easily. For example, see here the cursor is showing search for people and their numbers. Yes or not? So if you start typing the names for your people, for example, if I start typing A, then contacts from A will be displayed back to me. So again, by keeping memory load as minimum as possible, I don't need to remember that how many contacts are there in my phone starting with letter A. I don't need to remember. Why? Because what will I do? I will just open my phone, I will go in my contact list, I will start typing A and I will get all those contacts from letter A. Similarly, if I want to know that how many numbers are there in my phone starting with the letter 9 or number 9, again I don't need to remember for this case. Whenever you type the digit 9, whatever the mobile number starting from digit 9 will be appeared on your screen. You don't need to remember all those mobile numbers which are starting from 9. Very practical example which helps you to learn the third principle, that is reduce the memory load. Okay, so here we have seen some examples like mobile screen right now, then adding shortcut, then in previous slide we have discussed on Windows 8 GUI and WhatsApp's frequently contacted chats. Okay, so this is what related to the first set of principles. So in this session we have learned the first 3 principles of HCI, that is know the user principle, means knowing the details about the user, from which background your user is, what kind of educational capabilities your user has, what kind of mental abilities your user has, their age, their gender and many other things. Okay, so to understand know the user, we have seen the example of universal usability. In that we have taken the example of Wikipedia, then shortcut keys available, okay, Control C, Control V. Okay, secondly we have seen the second principle of HCI, that is understand the tasks. Okay, in this we have seen the example of Wi-Fi connection access point. Again there can be 2 sets of users, like expert user or the novice user. Okay, and being an expert user you can go in more detail to accomplish one particular task. Okay, and being a novice user you don't need to get into more details, you can get the tasks very easily. On third we have seen the third principle, that is reduce the memory load. As an HCI developer, as a good developer of HCI, you should kept the memory load for your users as minimum as possible. Okay, so as to learn towards the greater productivity and greater popularity amongst the users. Correct. Here we have seen again plenty of the examples like WhatsApp's frequently contacted screen, then Windows 8 GUI, then we have seen adding shortcut of one particular WhatsApp screen, and the last thing that we have discussed is the mobile phones contact area. yes or not? So these are what the 3 principles that we have discussed in this session, and the rest of the principles, like the rest 4 principles, that we will be going to discuss in the next session. Okay, so here our unit number 1 session 2 has ended. So thank you so much. If you have any doubts regarding this session, if you have any queries regarding this session, you can ping me on my email ID akanksha.kulkarni@myatoshri.edu.in. You can also ping me on my Gmail ajcool22@gmail.com. You can also visit my blog ajcool22.wixsite.com. There you can search my blog for various things like question papers, previous question papers, some videos regarding HCI, and many other things that you can get from my blog. Okay, so thank you so much.